खरम अली ने मुझसे बात कर ली है तो मैं ऊंची उड़ान उन्होंने
Yes. Good evening, everyone else. We are now having a very exclusive session today that leadership development in HR. I am audible to all of you. अभी आयशा हैं, राहत बानो हैं, इन्होंने ज्वाइन कर लिया है, कुछ और लोग हैं जो हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट हैं वो ज्वाइन करने लगे हैं कुछ ही देर में, राइट? तो जी ब्रदर जेम्स आज इस जो हमारा टॉपिक है इसको फैसिलिटेट करेंगे. Brother James is the CEO of Tilty and the Executive Director of John Maxwell team. Okay. So अभी हम start करते हैं. Now I'm handing over this forum to Brother James. Please, you can share all of us.
Okay, 1 minute, Mansur Sahab. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are audible right now.
Okay. Thank you for joining us this evening, and I hope your day was good. Mr. Rahat, if you could mute. Yeah. Okay. I know that all of you who are participating today, you already joined many classes, and I believe that you learned many new things. Is there any way anyone want to share that last, when we started this session, from that day till today, what is the things is attracted to you or was something new for you? Anyone want to share?
Got it.
From any session, from any sessions, previous, any sessions?
Sir, can I speak?
Yes, please. You are audible to all of us.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, most interesting and most new topic was for me was big picture thinking. It was really new for me, and it's really changed my some points, and that I was really that was really innovative for me. Like what we are seeing and what we should do and what initiate steps we should take for creating a big picture thinking. It was really interesting for me.
And so you learn from how successful people think from
Yes,
that.
yes, I really.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And what is your bottom line thinking now?
Yeah, it's up to it's going on like what I want in life and what will be my next step after this. I'm trying to achieve that part and trying to I'm really trying to minimize that gap I have in my big picture thinking.
Wow. Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah,
Yes.
you are growing. We can see that. Yeah. Anyone want to share anything? Thank you so very much, Aisha. Anyone? Okay. Anyway, our topic is today leadership development in HR. So when you hear the word leadership development in HR, what is the things come in your mind? So today we're going to do both in Urdu and English, both. So feel free to speak in any languages. So when you think about leadership development in HR, what is the...
So actually, when we hear or when we see the word leadership, so we start thinking about ourselves in our current role. That where do we stand and what do we need to adopt? Which strategies do we need to adopt to become a good leader and to lead our team effectively?
Wow, very good. Yeah. Mr. Rahat? Anyone else? Anyone want to add anything with Miss Aisha?
Actually, other participants are just going to join right now after some time.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
We
what
are
is
having around 10 to 12 participants in the session, and within a few minutes they are going to join, right?
Okay, yeah, but we can start, right?
Yeah, we can start right now.
Which three options are customers given upon
So when you're talking about the leadership, it is a process, right? We, all of us, we know that by which a person influences other to accomplish an objective and directs the organization in a way that make it more cohesive and coherent. What does that mean? Anyone want to say anything? So what kind of process that we can influence another person to accomplish the objectives or the dream or the goals? Maybe it can be organizational, it can be individual as well, and it can be more cohesive and coherent. When you talk about cohesive and coherent, anyone want to say what we mean by that? A little bit more, it can be a little bit more personal, it can be authentic, right? It can be like the dream is coming true. That is the things we are talking about, that leadership is a process. And the process is very, very important. Without the process, one day I'm doing one day things, I achieve something. But if I do not have the journey, then it will be very, very difficult in the long run. Certain accomplishment, certain success, is good for a few days, few years, but in a long run, if we really want to survive, want to do something, it's very, very important that we do a continuous process and go through the journey. We deal with the problem and learn from it. It is a very, very important. And so that is the things we are talking about, that it make us more authentic, it make us more personal. It also make us that, no, I did it. So that is the things we are talking about. So leadership development, and it is a set of activities that prepare current and future leaders to perform effectively in their roles. So currently, some of you that you are doing many, many things. You are also preparing some other leaders, maybe other employee, other team members. Some of you, I'm not sure currently, is your organization or your company, do they allow you in the leadership position, or how they see you when you are in HR, how they see you? Anyone? Aisha, when you are in HR?
Yes, sir. Sir, sometimes they give us a ground to lead the members and lead the group, and sometimes सर ऐसा होता है like we have a leadership meeting we have to train some employees sometime हमें एक प्रोजेक्ट दिया जाता है और उसमें हमें एम्प्लॉयज के हमें ग्रुप्स बनाए जाते हैं और उस ग्रुप में हमें टारगेट दिया जाता है लाइक वी हैव ऑब्जेक्टिव उस ऑब्जेक्टिव को हमने लीड कैसे करना है समटाइम वी सी लाइक एवरी डिपार्टमेंट हैज सम ऑब्जेक्टिव्स समटाइम वी सी के लीडरशिप होती हैं और समटाइम वी सी के लाइक आई हैव मतलब मेरे आई हैव अ ग्रुप फैक्ट्री मैनेजर ऑन माय लीडिंग मेंबर so work sometime she take all the achievement even through she is leading us even through sometime इनकी हमारी स्किल इम्प्रूवमेंट से ज्यादा वो लाइक वो ट्रेनिंग ले लेती हैं ये होता है कि वो हमारी ट्रेनिंग स्केजुलिंग में नो देर सर मैं सीख कर आती हूँ एंड आई विल गाइड माय टीम मेंबर कि मैंने क्या सीखा बट न्यू मेंबर्स को चांस नहीं मिलता बट हमने इस टाइम पे हमने ये गोल रखा था लास्ट ईयर कि हम अपने जूनियर्स को भी इनहेंस करेंगे उनको ट्रेनिंग देंगे ताकि उनको भी पता चले कि हाउ टू बी अ लीडर हाउ टू लीड अ मेंबर समटाइम हमारे अभी जो हमारे मैनेजर्स हैं वो बैकवर्ड हुए में और हम सबको ने एक टास्क दिया हुआ है तो हम उनको लीड करते हैं कि मिस यू नहीं वी कैन टेक दिस पॉलिसी लाइक दिस और हम इस पॉलिसी को ऐसे नहीं इस पॉलिसी में हम ये चेंजेस लेकर आ सकते हैं और वो प्रपोजल हमारा पे डायरेक्टर को जाता है तो वो प्रपोजल हमें डिफाइन करना होता है और प्रपोजल के क्या ड्रॉबैक्स हैं क्या हमें एडवांटेजेस हैं वो भी हम डिफाइन करते हैं एज अ जूनियर और ये हमें काफी इम्प्रूवमेंट मिली है अपनी कंपनी से बट सम टाइम हमें डिसएडवांटेज भी मिलता है अपने ग्रुप में कि हमारे टीम लीडर्स जो बहुत ज्यादा लाइक न्यू टॉपिक्स में ट्रेनिंग हो रही होती हैं चाहे वो 1 डे ट्रेनिंग हो सेशन हो या 2 डेज सेशन हो इवन आउटसाइड द कराची लाहौर है इस्लामाबाद में है तो वो they usually like avail that facility तो वो भी हमारे लिए काफी हमने देखा है कि हमें डिसएडवांटेज भी हुआ है और एडवांटेज में भी अभी सिनेरियो ऐसा चल रहा है कि हम कभी कभार सम केसेस हमें लीडरशिप करने का मौका मिला है और हमें काफी इम्प्रूवमेंट फील हुई है कि हम ये भी काम कर सकते थे और हम डेवलपमेंट के लिए कि हम इस तरह डेवलप हुए हैं जो हमने उनकी बैकवर्ड में ही हमने उनसे सीखा मगर लीडरशिप के तौर पर उन्हें हमें जो चीज हमें सिखाई या हमने उनसे सीखी तो हमें काफी इम्प्रूवमेंट फील हुई हम टीम मेंबर्स में तो वी फील के इवन थ्रू के आपको कंपनी आपको आपका मैनेजर आपको अप्रिशिएट ना करवाए कभी कभार बट स्टिल वी आर इन लर्निंग प्रोसेस तो उस लर्निंग प्रोसेस में भी जब हमें मौका मिलता है तो हम वो लर्निंग जो प्रोसीजर में जो हम गुजरे होते हैं उससे हम काफी एडवांटेज ले लेते हैं और उस लर्निंग प्रोसीजर से जब हम अपना रिजल्ट खुद निकालते हैं और हम अपने आप को इनहेंस या हम अपने आप को डिफाइन करने की कोशिश करते हैं तो वी फील प्राउड लिटरली या वी फील प्राउड
I'm glad that you're thinking about your current situation, and I believe that in future, some people will be like in your situation, that you're gonna think about there, and then I am not gonna always receive the training, but I'm gonna open the door for other people as well.
Yes, sure, sir.
Yeah. I'm glad that you are learning something positive about it, and we all need to do it. The things we think that is hurt us or make us a little bit confused, and other thing that why not I'm getting the opportunity, maybe in future other people also going to think the same way. So when you're talking about the leadership development, it is a set of activities is prepare the current and the future leaders to perform their role effectively. So leadership development enables employees to improve their skills, such of the area decision making, project management, strategy, networking, network building, team management, innovation, coaching, development, and other things as well. Sometimes some of you maybe are directly involved in decision making, but some of you may be in HR, not directly decision making. Is there anyone here in this group that who are directly involved in decision making? Anyone?
Sir, I belong to education sector. So sometimes when there is like sometimes employees, like for example in management with us, or sometimes the teachers, like we have to take a quick decision regarding their hiring or their firing, or giving them some warning letters or something like that, so that their decision making is required.
Yes.
Sometimes in budgeting as well, preparing budget for the school and for the functions and different activities.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So, and also you make a lot of strategy, right? Your school, scheduling and
yes, like for admissions, for new admissions, or for the current session, so we have to make different strategies as well, and taking our team along and involving them in decision making sometimes, and sometimes in strategy, and most of the time in making different strategies.
But what about the innovation part? Is there anything you are adding new to the school systems for the teaching purpose, or the teacher training, anything?
Yes, for innovation part, like helping them in applying different classroom strategies, or some innovative strategies regarding their projects or the teaching and learning, and providing them some need-based trainings as well.
Yeah, that's very good, because I know many schools, the teachers they do not have the opportunity to take any training. They are always busy teaching other people, helping other people, but they are not receiving enough help. Many times I observed, or some of the teachers also mentioned to us. So it is a good place that where you are, that if they open the door for you and you have the ability to make the decision for other people, and at the same time challenge yourself, to do a little bit better things. That is the things we are talking about, that leadership that come up with new ideas as well, at the same time, and give your team member or the people you are working with, help them to be better tomorrow than today. And that is a leader does. And so anyone here in this class is receiving any kind of coaching or mentorship? Anyone?
Yes, sir. We constantly receive mentoring and coaching from our CEO, and we also have a life coach at work. I belong to the IT industry, and I'm working in an IT firm as manager HRD. So we have one part-time life coach, and the CEO himself. They regularly coach the engineers on soft skills and technical skills, and so they also do that with the non-technical staff. So we regularly receive trainings.
So it is a activity based, or you have some personal coach as well?
No, we have a personal coach.
You have a personal coach.
Yes, yes.
That's very, very good. I would say this kind of organization definitely going to succeed if they have a coach, and it is very, very important. Every single one of us, if we are accountable to someone, right? They can push us. Hey, last time that Mr. Faisal, you talk about it, you want to do big things. What about this? What about the progress? Some people need to push us, right? Some people need to remind us, and it is a very good things. It
It's
can
very
be, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It is very important to have a life coach. Like, if there's a room full of people
Mhm.
and they're all sportsmen, right? They're all Olympic winners, and
Mhm.
the only difference between them and us is the fact that they have a coach.
Mhm.
That is why they won medals, right? So
That's very.
there's a coach behind every sportsman, every player.
Mhm.
Similarly, if we don't spend much thought or much time into this, but
Mhm.
this is the fundamental of success. You need to have a mentor, you need to have a coach.
Yeah. Even the best player in the world, he has a coach as well, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, that is the places where it make a difference, and that even the Ronaldo, we can see that Messi, all the big player, a reputed player, but still they do have the coach, and coach is the one actually make a difference, help us to keep it in the course. And in the beginning, when we started talking about Ms. Aisha, she mentioned about the big picture thinking. And when we think about the big picture thinking, then we talking a little bit about the focus thinking, strategic thinking, possibility thinkings, and then priority thinking, unselfish thinking, right? Bottom line thinking. That is the what area I'm going to grow. In that area, it actually help us. So it's very, very important that when you're talking about the leadership, that we need to talk about the different kind of scenario, different kind of things is coming on our ways. And sometime immediately we need to make a decision. Sometime maybe we have a little bit time to make a huge decision as well. So now my question is, when something urgent happened to you or your team, how you make a decision? Anyone want to give your input? How you make a decision if something emergency come? You are an HR personnel, something emergency happened to any employee or anything. What kind of strategy or what kind of criteria or what kind of process do you use to make a decision? Mr. Faisal?
Yes, I wanted to raise my hand, but I don't know what happened. I think this thumbs up came. Anyway, yes. So if such a scenario comes up at work, the first thing that you do is you take the initiative. Number one, you have to be open and you have to respond to that
Mhm.
emergency as soon as you can, and
Mhm.
then you have to see how can you contribute to that solution as soon as possible. For example, and then it varies from situation to situation. Uh,
Yes.
and it doesn't. I mean,
What
you
is the number one thing you do, decision making? Number one thing when something very crazy is happening, what is the first things you, yeah, as a HR personnel, what is the first area you focus on?
can you give me an example? What sort of an emergency
Um,
is it?
like I would say, the safety, right? You want to make sure that everyone is safe. Right, in the scenario, like someone in the office, some crazy guy came with a gun. So definitely that time, your first is the safety of your team member and yourself as well, right? This is one of the things. Some other things. So when in a decision-making process, what is the some of the priority you think it is important?
The teamwork
Teamwork.
and critical thinking and initiative, taking
Mhm.
the leadership position.
Mhm. Some of the time, maybe your team member do not know, it never happened before. as a team leader, have you ever thought about it? That what kind of things you're going to do first?
Well, so in some of the organizations, they have a proper plan, and then you have drills that you practice along the year, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page whenever such scenario takes place. But obviously, sir, it really depends on the situation and I mean, what is happening. For example, if someone walks with a gun in the office, then I'm sure it will be very different than, for example, if an earthquake strikes, or or if, for example, if someone is injured. So it's really scenario based, and that is how you respond accordingly, in my opinion. I do not know what else to say.
No, it's definitely the more training you take, the more good opportunities coming on your way. I'm sure you will be more prepared to take the necessary steps in this period of time. But it is some of the people I know that they never compromise with the value, right, of the organization or for an individual. It does not matter that if I need to leave, I will leave, but I'm not gonna, do any kind of illegal things. Right? Some of your personal decision, it does matter. So you need to find your area, the strength, and that area, that this is the area I'm commitment. I'm gonna protect other people, or I'm gonna, it does not matter what other people negative thinking is coming, I'm gonna help other employee. I'm not gonna fire them. Maybe I will open the new door for them, or I will try to help them to change their job and give them the more opportunity where they are the more fit. This kind of things as a HR personnel, some of the leaders they think that way. So now let's talk about that leadership development and importance. How much it is important, the leadership development, especially when you think about in Pakistan or our Asian culture. How much it is really, really important in leadership. Is it important or no in a country or organization, or you think the way that things is going on, my life, my family, or the community or the country, we do not need any more leader or anything. What is that, what area, if you like to see some important things happen in the leadership, what is the area you think that it is very, very important, that in this area need some changes? Okay, let me change the way we are talking about. So leadership development equip leaders with the skills that can help them enhance the productivity of their team, right? And that is the area, equip the leaders with the skills. Do you think leader is born or leader is made? Anyone?
Sir, I think that leader is like, it's not necessary that always it will be true that a leader is born. It's a skill. It can be, a leader can be developed. Yeah. Though like some things, some of the qualities they can have by birth, but the rest of them they can be learned. It's a skill, I would say.
That's very true. That's very true. Not all the leader is born. Many of them were like Nelson Mandela. In his generation, no one was a leader. Like Martin Luther King. I would say the Muhammad Ali Jinnah. I do not know his family background, but I think he was not. Before him, he did not born in a leader family, right? Maybe you know a little better than me. But I do not know that his family background, that is he born in a family, they are already leaders. So some of the people they developed, they equipped themselves, they equipped with a different kind of skills, and then that is the skill they used for the people, for the country, and they brought the country people together so that they would be able to achieve the goal they desire to. And so leadership development, it boosts the employee engagement. So when you're talking about the employee engagement, what we are talking about?
I think assigning duties and responsibilities to the team members according to their potential and their abilities.
Like every single one of them, they need to feel part of the things, right? That we are doing it together. And that is very, very important, that everyone have the opportunity to say something or give something. And when someone has the opportunity that hey, we are working together, there is an energy, right? That when you are engaged with each other, you talk to each other and you do the things together, there is some different kind of energy inside of it. Although you are not paying extra or anything, but only they come and help me, come and tell me how you feel, tell me how we can improve. And every single one then started feeling that no, I am part of these things, and they started giving little bit extra effort as well. I know that our institute, some of our faculty members, English class, they not only give the students only 2 hours of their time, but many times I see that all the teachers, they give the time at night time as well. The text, they reply, and other things that they do. Extra thing they do because they like to see the change in people's life. At the same time, they are thinking about if we do some help someone, that person is going to help another person as well. So these extra things boost the employee engagement, the leadership development it does. So increase the organizational ability to deal with the gaps in the talent pipeline and reduce the headache and the cost associated with the turnover. So as soon as we train other people to be a good leader always make the good decision as well, right? Some of the bad leader maybe you will make some bad decision, but good leader will make the good decision, and that good decision is going to help the country or the organization or the company to make some money as well. Do you have any example that your organization or your company make some decision and it helped them during like inflation or the COVID-19 when it came? Is there any example from your side? Anyone? I hope we are in the same.
So
Can you
during
please repeat the question?
COVID-19.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. During COVID-19, when most of the schools or the organizations, they went for work from home, so it helped them to like the resources were like not used that much. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
It helped in retention of the employees as well in the long run.
I think we missed some of the sentences. Another person was trying to say something. Is the Mr. Altaf or someone?
Sir, I have just joined. What was the question?
And we are talking about that, like during COVID or the if inflation at this period of time, what is your company or your organization taking the steps so that your company do not have a lot of loss, but it still keep going?
Sir, actually, I'm working at a government organization, so uh, it is a
Not
government hospital actually. So
uh, is not
so
apply to
during
you.
COVID,
Yeah.
during COVID, we all were present and were helping the people, the elder community of our vicinity.
Well, so you guys are physical, or it was?
Sir, we have to be physically present while helping the patients. There was no such thing that we can work from home, as I am working in HR. I'm leading HR actually, so
Wow.
I have to see what the doctor are doing, what are the paramedics doing. I have to make their attendance, make sure that their attendance should be uh, they shall attend their patients. And there was no such thing during the pandemic. When I listen to other people, it is just it just fascinates me that they say that during COVID you were working from home. So there was no such facility for us.
Yeah. Miss Aisha, you raised
Yes,
your hand.
sir. Yes, sir. Sir, in our company, some departments was working from work from home, and some department was working on daily basis, because we are manufacturing company. And we have to produce tablets and syrups, and we have a high demand for COVID COVID tablets that we have introduced and produced at that time. And some departments like regulatory department, HR department, we have a few day off and few on day and few off days in HR department. Some if admin is available, then HR can have a leave. If HR is available, then admin can have a leave. That was the strategy where we have given. And regulatory department was working from home, and next department was health and safety. What department was there available all the time, because we have to ensure that all the employees and workers are in a good health. If we see that employees and workers are not in a good health, then we don't give them in entry pass to in the factory. Yes.
Wow. Wow. So from these things, we come to know that leadership is very, very important during the crisis, right? And some people need to work so that other people receive the benefit. If during that time, COVID time, if the hospitals is not open, then it will be really, really crazy, and we're gonna lose many, many loved ones as well. So it is very, very important. So leaders are essential for all lines of business in an organization, especially since the leadership and management go hand in hand. Now, some people will make the decision and some people is going to follow through, right? Some of you, HR, is bringing another people or instructing other people to go and do these kind of things. And Mr. Altab, he also mentioned that I want to make sure that all the doctors is available over there. That is a very, very good things. Otherwise, it will be very terrible for other people. So, anyone want to give any input about why the leadership in HR is important? And the leadership as a country and an organization that is different than the leadership in HR. Why it is important? Yeah, Mr. Faisal.
Sir, actually, HR is the one department who needs to be needs to view things from a 360-degree perspective, meaning that the HR is supposed to know the ins and outs of the business. And we had this lesson as well, that we need to be acting as HR business partners, right? So that means that we need to have an eye to see which of the team members can actually qualify for a leadership position. Why?
Yes.
Because when a company has middle management, then it starts to grow, right? So, and then the middle management trains people who are below them, and then they come up. So then the chain reaction follows. So HR, it is very important that you have to have that mindset, which is a growth mindset. Basically, it's not like a narrow thinking style, or it's not like a fixed mindset that you need to have that eye where you can develop people, because then that is the only way the company will grow.
Yes, very, very true. I faced similar kind of things. When I was in New York City, I was in corporate sector. My boss, he started training me, and then after 2 weeks, of my training, he told me that, James, I was an Italian guy, that I need to go back, and my father is very sick. I need to go back in Italy. He went, and that he never came back. And it was challenging for me, and I was running the company in his position. So sometimes it's very, very important. That's a couple of the things he taught me in the 2 weeks, and it helped me, so that I can actually run a big company. And later, actually, the company owner, they came to know that 3 months later that actually I was running the company and the manager is not available over there. So it is our job. And when you train someone, actually we can lighter our part as well, and it can help. And that when I am not available, I can request someone as well. HR personnel is working for both, for the company and for the employee, right? You do not only for the company, that a benefit of the company, but you are working for both. And it is a very good place. Now, sometimes it is a headache, because you need to make sure that company is have the enough money, but at the same time, because of personal relationship and other purposes, you want to see that the employee also receive the benefit they deserve. Anyone want to say anything about it, how these things can cause a problem or create benefit as well? Anyone? The good things and bad things, many other. Anyone want to share anything?
The good things and bad things about what?
HR, personnel, when you are.
Yes, sir. HR is always busy in doing many things.
Yes.
And performing several tasks. Like, for example, if in my organization, we are working at a medical institution, which is composed of 2 or 3 hospitals and a medical college. So I have to work a lot. For example, I will have to push the people to work. I appraise their performance. I just see their I plan for the retirements of the people. I see the number of employees which needs to be hired, because we are working on war footing basis. If there is no doctor available in a department, it leads to many problems for us. So at a time, we do a lot of things. When I compare myself with the other managers, they have they are not having such responsibility. Again, being in government organization, we all have the same compensation. But when I compare my job with the others, they are looking busy doing nothing, and I'm
yeah, I'm
I'm
sure
so
that
much.
you are in a challenging position
Exactly.
in the government.
Exactly.
But I'm sure that you are also enjoying your job. Are you?
Yes, I'm really enjoying it, because when I apply any function of the HR, actually in government organization, the terminology of HR is just introduced. So when I just perform a function of HR, it just amazes me, and the results when I see the results, it give you pleasure that you have done something.
And I'm sure that you are also raising up some other leaders as well.
Yes, sir. We have to do a lot of negotiations with the leaders of the what you can say, the unions. So we have to negotiate a lot of things. At the same time, we are negotiating things with the professors and the teaching faculty we are having. So my job is to deal the class fours, like the peons, and then at the same time I deal the professors. So the fluctuation is really amazed me when I deal with within the organization with a lot of people.
Do you have any program for the leadership development or HR development? Do you have any
No,
program?
no, sir. I have just now we have introduced training and development. It is training and development department in our HR. So we just do training need analysis, and then we send people for training. For example, after the pandemic, we saw that we were not working effectively in infection control management. So we signed an MOU with the PKLI and sent for paramedics and nurses and doctors to PKLI for how to cope with the infection control. And after when they were trained, now our mortality and morbidity ratios has been decreased by a huge figure. So when you train people and when they come and they perform, if you are not even getting more salary, it amazes you because you are playing with the lives of the people. So when you have an impact on the lives of the people, it just gives you strength and more power.
Is there anyone here that you received some of the training and then actually it helped you to make the decision? Anyone here that training was really, really good for you? I would say that before we started our leadership institute, and I'm in the field almost 20 years and traveled almost 76 different countries, and we also organized over 2,000 different events in different countries as well. I got an opportunity one day to sit down and listen that one of the Fortune 500 company HR manager is taking the interview, and I do not have the right to ask any question or anything, just an observer. I sat down over there and I was listening how they take the interview. That experience actually helped me that how they are hiring the people, what kind of question they do. That is the things actually helped me that when we started the institute, we thought about it, that what kind of people we're gonna take in our team. So it a long time ago, that kind of sitting actually helped me that, choose the team member. Is there anyone here? Do you have any kind of experience in this kind of things, or any kind of things that you think that is helping me to make the decision that I'm having today?
Yes, sir. When I was given the role of this principal over here in this private school, so I had heard a lot about their policies and different things, but practically it was like dealing with the different streams like Cambridge and metric stream, and then even earlier primary stream. So it seemed to me very difficult, like how will I handle all these different levels? But when they provided me in December, after 4 or 5 months, they provided me with a leadership course that is called a LAM bootcamp course. So with that, I got to know about different policies, and then the things like they were more clear to me that yes, it's not that tough and I can do it well. So that course really helped me. Without that course, like it seemed to me as if they have thrown me into an ocean and I have to learn swimming.
So definitely different kind of leadership program is actually firstly to offer the employee or the manager, the clarity. If you do not have the clarity and a clear path, it will be very, very difficult for you to take any kind of decision. And the secondly things is that it harms your skills, and that skills actually help you to make the right decision in the right time. Like right thinking, right? You have the right thinking when you take some training, you have the right thinking you put into the right action, and that right action actually help you to achieve the right result. And the wrong thinking, wrong action, wrong, result as well. So this kind of a skill development program actually helping us to very quickly, make the decision. Yes, Mr. Faisal.
Sir, can you give an example of this?
Right thinking, right action, right result. I'm sure that you are right now in HR, right? You are also in HR?
Yes.
Yeah. So how you joined this position?
Well, I actually was given this additional task because I joined as manager administration, but then they gave me HR as well.
Oh, okay. So you are doing two things at the same time. Yeah. Just think about one of the things, like the college or the university, anywhere you went, right? And what is your background, the subject, and then the way you came right now, the position you are holding, someone help you to make the decision, or you have chosen, right? You taken the action, and then that some of the steps you have taken, because of that you are positioned currently. You are not there by mistake. I do not believe that you are by mistake here. You achieved these things. You're supposed to be where you are currently now. You taken some of the decision. Because of that, today the position you are holding here, right? And that is the reason you are taking some of the courses, and then you're going to take some of the decision is going to help you to your next or your future as well. So that is the things we are talking about, that the sooner you make the decision, right decision, the sooner you would be able to find the results. I know that when I went to the university in New York City, I do not have enough money, so I need to work, and then I need to pay for my tuition cost, and it was costing me almost $6,000 per month. And so I need to make the at least $8,000 so that I can pay for my house rent, my apartment rent, my car, my food, and then tuition fee. So $8,000. So I need to work very, very hard. And that period of time, almost 4 years, I did not sleep. I never slept only 4 hours. 4 years, I slept only 4 hours. And 12 to 4 o'clock, 12 a.m. I went to the bed, and 4 p.m., 4 a.m. I got up, and then I started going to the, work and then class, these things. And today, when I look at myself, that period of time, I worked very, very hard. So the today that I started almost 22 different companies. That is the reason that I actually worked very, very hard at that period of time. I did not take the things very lightly. I was very serious about all the things I do. So because of that, I believe that today I am successful in many different ways, according to the world. Not, so according to the worldly way, I am successful in many different people, their life. Some of the decision I make at that period of time, I'm going to work, I'm going to be focused, I'm going to make some sacrifice. this period of time so that I can enjoy in future. So some of the right decision I made, right action I had taken, and right result I am having today, that I was able to start almost 22 different companies. So this is one of the example. Maybe some of you have better example than mine. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir, it makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. I think namaz is going on. Can we take a little bit break right now? Mansoor Sab?
Yes, we are going to have a break of 10 minutes, and we will get resume at around 7:40. Right, 7:27 is there right now, and we will get back around 7:40. Right.
Okay. Yeah, we will be back after 10 minutes. Okay. Let's have your prayer time.
Okay, so we will get back at 7:40.
Far less than that of subterranean networks. Such tubes could even be built underwater. Imagine such a system connecting New York to London or Tokyo to San Francisco. It would be incredible. Whatever lies ahead of humanity, roads have gotten us to where we are, and they are very likely to play a prominent role in getting us to where we will be next, in one form or another. That is the end of section 4. We will now have half a minute to check your answers. Let's take a look at the answer key and see how many you got correct. Remember, spelling and capitalization matters. You can write in all uppercase letters. As long as you have the right spelling, it will be marked correctly. After you've watched part 1 and 2 of this listening practice, you can add to get your scores, and then using our website at aehelp.com/score calculator, you can convert your raw score from 40 to your band score out of 9. Afterwards, we'll talk some strategies. Now, let's take a look at the answer.
Animal grazing, Chernana, grass canal. Grazing, rivers, being animal, bees, सारे 6, 7. 7, yeah. 1, 2,
Is everyone in now? Okay, thank you, Mr. Walker. Side. Bye. Okay, so can we start, Mr. Mansoor?
Sure.
Okay, so we started talking about the importance of the leadership development, and we know that HR has a very big part. I'm not sure about in Pakistan, but other countries. So I have noticed that actually when they make some kind of big decision, they always include the HR department as well, so that they understand why the decision was made and how to achieve the goal of the company or the organization. Anyone want to give any kind of big picture about the Pakistan's HR, how it function and decision making? And Aisha, she actually mentioned in the beginning, some of you are not here. Sometime she mentioned that it includes, sometime not. Maybe my understanding it was like that. But it is in most of the countries, other countries, developed countries, they always include the HR individual personnel in decision-making process. So because if the HR is not involved, they would not be able to choose the people that who is going to be a next leader. That is the decision HR department also makes. So it is a very, very important role the HR department or HR personnel and they are having. They are choosing a person to lead a company or the organization. So it is a very, very big thing as well. So more and more organizations are emphasizing the need for the leadership development programs. The reason behind this is that the benefit the firm as well as the employees, making it the win-win situation for both parties. And HR, and they, some of the places I heard the HR person is very mean and not taking care of the employee. And sometimes the company also, we need to change the HR individual because he or she is not hiring the right person or not doing the job or giving the pressure to the employee to achieve the goal. It happened. But recently, you can see that big companies like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, then Amazon, Facebook, the Meta, they are actually taking out some of the upper level managers. They are directly that the manager, lower manager, they are now actually having more authority to make the decision. The senior manager, that position they are taking out, that every single manager, they will be directly get the information and then achieve the goal. What do you think about it? That you take out the senior level or make everyone senior, there is no middle level manager. What do you think about it? Anyone? According to the Pakistani perspective, what things you can do to eliminate the middle person and give the employee or the team member the direct responsibility? How is going to work here? Anyone want to give any opinion? Is it effective here or not effective? What do you think?
Sir, I think it varies from company to company. This cannot fit in every. This cannot be applicable in every company, or
Yes.
yeah.
I agree. You're right.
Yeah,
Anyone?
for example, we are even the group, the participants here, we are from different organizations, retail, hospitals, like myself, IT company, schools. So I don't think your question can be answered in a way that it will speak for everyone. I think maybe you can direct it on an individual, for example, or on a company. Like
Yeah.
for example, in a school, you cannot just eliminate the middle manager and just give him the position which
Mm.
is ahead,
Yeah.
because that person needs to go through a proper experience and training, and
Mm.
then he will move up the ladder. Similarly, in the hospital, I don't think Altaf Saab will actually he can afford to do something like that, because in a hospital you
Mhm.
need to have a person who is an expert in that field, and then he needs to stay there for a longer time. So
Yeah.
I think it varies from company to company. That's what my opinion is.
Yeah. I just want to make clear my position that we are not here to make any decision. We are not. We do not make also decision. We just help other people to think. That is our job. Help other people to think, to eliminate any kind of barrier so that you have the direct access. That is the area we talk about, and people, they make the decision. We do not make the decision for any people, any organization. So our job is asking the question, and that is our job. So I hope you are clear that I'm not making any decision. I'm just asking the question. And so let's think about that when you are an HR individual, and you need to create an effective leadership program, you need to ensure that the essential elements are included. And the ingredients of the successful leadership program, development program are, that is some of the things that we always encourage people, that it is important that you recognize the leadership needs of the organization. And you already mentioned that every organization is different, and I agree with that. The organization and the work and the way it up. While creating the leadership program, consider the following factors: the short-term and long-term strategy on the goal of the organization, existing and expected leadership gaps, leadership traits that are critical to the organization, and then alignment of the leadership program with the company's growth and demands that impact the leadership programs on your business. So this is that definitely we just cannot make a long-term program, because nowadays every few months some new technology, something new is coming. So we need to make sure that anything we take, we need to have some adjustable or open-minded decisions, so that if something new come, we can adapt. So that is very, very important, the short-term and the long-term strategy. At the same time, organization, what they want, and you are right about it, every organization is different. IT company, that IT school, and the government and the hospital, and school, colleges, everything is different. So we need to know what kind of program is going to be beneficial for the person that we are going to train in a long-term growth. According to that, you need to, not every program. The person is not going to do the surgery. That person, should not take any kind of that kind of course, that how to do the operation or other things. So it is very, very important for the organization, and you need to know, HR individual need to know where my company is heading, and in future, next 5 years, this is the area we're going to go. And to go over there, you need to prepare the people and step by step. And that is very, very important for an HR individual, and that making the decision, this is the step we need to take so that we are prepared. That if you want to go to the moon or you want to go to the Mars, you need to have some step that, okay, let's take this step so that we are closer to the vision or the aim we are heading for. So that is identifying and defining is very, very important. So leadership traits are critical to the organization. It is very, very, some of the trait here, willing to listen. And most of the successful people that I have known are the one who do more listening than talking, perseverance, and then honesty, selfishness, decisiveness, trust, integrity, self-managing, acting strategically, being an effective, I cannot see, okay, effective communication, being accountable and responsible, setting clear goals and persisting in achieving them, having a vision and the future, and fostering creativity and innovation, team building, and promoting the teamwork. So all this trait is not only one, not only two, maybe some of the time you can choose, prioritize. You could prioritize which one will come first, which one go last. That is the, but most of this trait is very, very essential. So my question is to you now, is there any other things you want to add into this trait, or some of the things you think is not necessary for us? Anyone? Are we agree with this trait that it is very, very essential that we, yes, Mr. Faisal?
Yeah, the thing that I see missing this slide is loyalty. The person needs to have loyalty to the organization, needs to stay with the company. Only then you can do all this. If the person is not
Right.
loyal and he or she leaves in a short span of time, then you are back to square one. I mean, you have invested so much in that individual, and now he's leaving and he's working for another company. So loyalty is very important in my opinion.
Do you know why some of the people they leave?
Well, there may be a lot of various reasons, but as research suggests, a lot of the people they leave because of their immediate supervisors, their bosses, or there is less development opportunities, or the perks and benefits. They are actually the least that people think. It varies. Again, it depends on, because person A might have different needs than person B and C, so it all depends. But mostly people leave because of the culture, the environment, the self-development opportunities, all these things.
Yeah. So do you think it is good or bad?
You mean good to leave?
Yeah. What do you think? Is this good or bad?
Well,
If
every
someone,
individual has a right to grow, and if he or she is not getting what he
yeah,
is looking for, then by all means they have the right to join
yeah.
a place where there's alignment with their personal goals.
Yeah. Anyone want to add anything with that, or any different opinion you have?
Can I speak, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, in our organization, like for example, if you are performing or not performing, you are getting some salary. So I think if we talk about leadership, leadership means influencing people. Now, how can you influence when you just don't take initiative? I think initiative, I have seen when I have taken any initiative, it gives me more strength and more influence, more power to influence people. And then at the end, the decision which I initiate is done by our top management. For example, if I initiate a thing and submit it to the board of governors, I then convince them and then get a decision. So it is implemented over there. Like for example, we have to change our what you can say. Like for example, we have to change our mind. Like for example, if I'm getting salary for doing nothing, if we just take initiatives as leaders, leadership traits. If we take initiative to start things and to initiate things, then we can get more results, and our influence will be also, you can say, we can influence more people then.
Yeah, and then the other employee, when they see that no leader is working, they will work too, right?
Exactly.
Because you are setting the example for them as well. That's very true. Okay,
we can
so,
add initiative taking in these traits.
So focus on the development, identifying the potential leaders, and track the progress is very, very important. Like, what kind of program that is going to help for the future leaders? Do you have any kind of things? That general, we are talking about general things, not any specific organization, but some of the things is need for every single one, right? Every leader. What kind of things is need for everyone? It does not matter what business or the organization you are, or what that would be. Like an example, I would say, like knowing yourself, right? Know yourself, your strength, your weaknesses, know what kind of opportunity you have, know what kind of things interest you. So that is very, very important, so that if you know yourself a little bit better, then you would be able to give a little better. Or if some of the program that you have in your team, like think tank thing, and then you guys started talking about how Dubai became Dubai, what kind of things actually helped them to become a number one in many different ways, or Hong Kong or Singapore, how. So this kind of things is applied to, it does not matter what organization or what business you are. These things is actually helping you to think and helping you to take some right direction. So that is the things I'm talking about, that what is the sum of the training program is beneficial for every single one. It does not matter what field you are. Does it make sense? What kind of leadership program that you could, or you could add for your team, and it is going to be very beneficial for them? Anyone? Okay, I think it is not very serious. You know, to a company needs leaders to drive it toward a productive result. Any company, that is the main purpose. And to do that, we need to make sure that open-minded things. Now, who are the broad-minded people who can adapt easily at the big vision or big things, that kind of leader you're gonna choose, and how you can track the progress.
Can we take it as so like in our team, usually we have different kind of members, like for example, when it comes to the teaching and learning, we know that we tell our teachers that first you know your learner. When you know your learners, their learning styles, then you can adopt a strategy for them. So same goes for the leader as well. Once a leader in his or her team, they know the potential, the strength and weaknesses and abilities of their team members, so they can plan or they can go for a program according to the needs of those team members.
Yeah. So let's think about like this one. So it is very essential as a leader that you have a clear vision for the goals and pertaining to the organization as well as the team. So it is very, very important that what things you are looking for, right? identify your strengths and weaknesses and try to use that for the benefit. Maintaining a positive approach toward the situation can help shape the confidence of your team. And then effective communication contributes significantly to the success of the team. So this maintaining the positive approach, a person need to be positive. Otherwise, the team is not going to enjoy much, right? And I'm sure that some of you have some experience that some team member is different, right? They not always maybe agree with every single thing, but they have a different way of doing things. Let me admit Mr. Altaf. And then motivation is also very, very important. Without the motivation, some of the people would not be able to do. As a team leader, when you choose a leader, the team leader make sure that his motivation have power, some kind of power. Motivational power is important as well. And then you already mentioned that a different kind of leadership style. So yes, every single one of us, we are different, and the leadership can be very, very different as well. And we need to make sure that where when you're talking about leadership, can you give me some of the examples of what kind of leadership it can be? Is there how many type of leadership? Is there someone can give some example? Mr. Altaf, you want to share? Or?
Sir, I'm facing some connectivity issue.
Okay. Anyone want to add anything? That when you're talking about the leadership, everyone is different, right? Their Mother Teresa leadership is different than I would say Nelson Mandela, but both are leader, internationally, all over the world is recognized. And then
okay, so actually when we talk about the leadership style, so a leader is like it depends on the situation. Sometimes a leader can be a leader has to be authoritative, sometimes have to be democratic, and like there can be, we cannot say that a leader can adopt totally one style. Like sometimes it can be a blend of different styles of leadership.
We know all Mahatma Gandhi here in our neighbor country. His leadership style was different, right? Some of the history talking about that he encouraged people not to fight against the British, but choose a path that even the tank is going over you, but it still do not resist. Some of the people like they did it, this is the way. But in Hitler, his leadership style was very different as well. Maybe some of the leaders, they do not have the mix things, but some people maybe do, in the way you mentioned. But some people, they have their own way, how they want to achieve the goal. Some people, they will be doing leadership very peaceful way. Some people, they can do that and encourage the people to take the steps. It can be done.
So that can be like in political situation, that can be true, but like as we are working in different organizations, so if we have to look at our organization or companies or the vision of the company, so we have to adopt our leadership style according to the situation.
Yes, that's true. That is also situational leadership also we are talking about. Situational leadership can be very, very different as well. Situational leadership also look for the opportunities. Every crisis, there is an opportunity as well. And because of that, when the Chinese people, they write the crisis, they use the two words. One is danger, another one is opportunity. These two words, danger and opportunities, is mixed with the crisis. So a good leader, he understands that the problem is coming. He is going to prepare himself to face the problem. At the same time, during the problem, what kind of opportunity? And because of that, you know that when in the market, different kind of problem happen. Chinese is the first people who bring some new things in the market, right? We observed that this is very true, that most of the time Chinese and mask, they are already ready. Some of the other things, they are already ready because they take the measurement about the opportunity and the danger as well. I'm going to skip a couple of the things so that we can. So, why you think we need a leadership development program? Why do we need a leadership development program?
It is highly needed, sir, for the effectiveness and efficiency of any organization. They need some leaders to take decision in right place and right time, and to manage all the operations and to foresee the future. So they need leaders in order to tackle things more effectively.
Mr. Mansoor and me, we had a lot of opportunity to go and visit different organization, institute, companies, and one of the things we noticed, and the people are thinking about only the top 2 people is going to make the decision. So we don't need the leadership development program. What do you think about it?
Yes, sir. I have seen a lot of such examples. For example, if there is a person who is highly influential, I have seen him that he don't want the leaders to be developed. Like, for example, he need the people to only listen to him and to give him to give value to his words. But in order to make the things in order to work more efficiently and to move the organization more effectively and to raise the productivity, I think that leadership development at every phase is required. Like, for example, if you start from the low level employees, the middle level managers, and then the higher level management.
So the leadership development, it is a requirement for leaders to stay effective in a rapidly challenging environment, right? And we know that nowadays the situation changed very quickly. And many people, I observed that the last 1 month that oil prices changed many, and it affects a lot. The company, organization who are actually paying for their employee, they're coming and going. Some of the employee, they have the fixed salary, but the price is going high and high, and they do not know how to deal with this kind of situation as well. So leadership development program actually help in many different ways so that we can also deal with this kind of situation as well. It actually help us evolve the work method, that what kind of things we can change, the shareholder, their requirement, disruptive technology. I mean, the leader must constantly search for the new ways to lead with optimum impact and efficiency, and that expense is going on daily, right? All of us, I think we can testify that our even house expenses is going rapidly. But how we have a limited amount of money, people have the limited amount of money, how they can use it effectively. The same thing apply to the organization, that income is not coming the way the expenses is growing. So do you have any kind of things that you already applying that kind of method Anyone that this is the things we are doing, to reduce the price or make sure that our employee or the organization they can survive. Anyone have any kind of method here? Any to face the challenges? Anyone using any kind of things so that other can learn from you? So leadership development program is very, very important because of that it helps us to enhance the ability to lead other during the challenging time. And how to face a leader is not going to be afraid of the problem. The mentally need to be very, very tough, but at the same time, you need to be very, very practical. And that is the benefit of the leadership development, that in your communication, in your motivation, in your empathy, in your management, in your visualization, your analysis and other things. So this leadership development program allows the manager and the corporate leaders to keep up with the continuous evolution in the leadership and its associated skills. New things is coming almost every day, and we talked about it. New software is coming, new technology is coming, robot is coming, IT department is is going, AI, artificial intelligence, many new things. And if we do not know how to use that, then it will be difficult as well. There is a lot of software, new software is coming that you can make your job very smooth. You don't need to work whole day typing all these things. And now many different ways your report, you just put the number and automatically all the graphs, statistics it is giving you. So because of that, what is available in the market, we need to know. And leadership development program actually help us to know the things is available so that we can use that kind of things for our benefit. Any other kind of benefit, leadership development, that if you receive that kind of course, what other things can happen for the organization? This is a competitive world, right? The competition is everywhere. So you know that you need to face the competition. You need to face that other school, other colleges, and that other medical medicine is coming, the medical who are in the medical field, technological field, the new technology is coming. There is a challenge, there is a competition in everywhere. Actually, these professional development courses actually help you to be aware about the surroundings. At the same time, that it prepare you any kind of disruption is coming on your ways. Disruption can come on your leadership. Disruption can come a strategic way, and disruption can come on culturally as well. So how we can deal with this kind of things is a leadership development program actually prepare us for these things. At the same time, no one start their business to lose. They want to make sure that I win and I have a little bit more things than tomorrow. I have a little bit more than today. So that is the one of the things, the profit. They want to make, every single one to make profit. No one of us here that we do not want more. We definitely want a little bit more tomorrow than today. And because of that, we are taking some of the training as well. So leadership development program actually helping us and preparing us for the future. I would give you one example I shared with our team. One time, one of my professors, and he told me that, James, you should take one course, is coming in the market. And then I said, how long? And he said, is 18 hours course. And then I said, how much it's going to cost me? And he said, it's going to $12,000. In that period of time, $12,000 was a lot of money. And and only for 18 hours. 18 hours course, $12,000. And then I told professor, I will talk to my wife and then I will see what she says. But my professor, he told me, James, you should do it. And I asked him, sir, what is the benefit? He said, I don't know. It's going to depend on you. You should take the course. And I talked to my wife, and then, we used some of our savings, and then I taken the course and 18 hours. And it was a good course. And one of the things, it happened to me, it helped me to build my confidence. And after 3 months, I got a call from a company, and he said that, hey, we heard that you have taken that course. How was that? Then I said, it was really, really very good for me. And one of the company, he said that we are organizing a annual meeting for all the leaders in the different companies. Could you please come and share with us your personal learning, understanding about this topic? And anything you share, we're going to buy the right of it. Just know that. But we're not going to promising any kind of finances right now. But if you can convince other people that how actually benefited you and how it can benefit them, they will choose how much they're going to pay you. Different company owner, they're going to give you a check. So they gave me almost, I believe that it was almost 4 months, notice. And within 4 months, I got a little bit time to think about it, pray about it. At the same time, prepare 40 minutes. I need to present, and then 2 hours, 1 hour, actually 1 hour, 30 minutes, it will be question answer session. And the day came, I was a little bit afraid, but I believe that I did share from my heart my learning and the step I had taken after that. And you know that how much I made on that, and after the session, I received a different company. They gave a small check, and together it was over $75,000 that I received. 2 hour, 30 minutes. This kind of things. So these kind of things we are talking about, that it is going to be depend on you, that when you take the training, how you use it. It is very, very important how it's going to help you, the steps you take, and not only listen, but learning, living, and leading. And that is very, very important. Anyone want to share anything? Anyone? So to succeed, we need to be, better than the just competition. We need to be, anything we learn, we need to make sure it is cheaper, it is faster, it is better quality, and similarly to succeed. It is very, very important. In the market, anything you are bringing, something new, need to be cheaper, need to be very faster. People do not want to wait nowadays. And because of that, fast food is getting famous, and they're making more money nowadays because people want then and then, and the quality also. So our leadership, when you're thinking about the leadership, we need to be that how we can reduce the price, but also give the better things to people. That is very, very important. So being better means that leadership is even more important to get the extra performance out of the team. Extra performance. How it is possible to get an extra performance from the team. I love watching some of the movies, that kind of movies that actually, like We Are Marshall, Remember Titan, and Rudy. This kind of movie, what happened in one of the American team, and they are traveling, and then suddenly the plane crashed, and the whole team member, they died, and it was based on a real story, and the whole team died, and the coach actually taken all the remote area villagers, and that villagers, they became a team, and that team, when he started, giving them the training, after 6 months, because of the commitment that all the best players, they died, so we're gonna take this job very, very seriously. The new people came, and actually they were able to win the World Cup as well. So some kind of motivation actually comes from the leadership, and it is very, very important. Anyone want to add anything? How we can get the extra performance from the team? Mansoor Saab, you want to add something? Or anyone? Okay, we are getting very, very quiet now.
This is our first leadership lesson. So I think in another training, we will give example of this training that we have learned leadership and we have achieved such goals. We implemented those leadership skills, which we learned from this course. As you have given us examples, so we will take this course as an example. Therefore, we are quiet because we are learning things, new things.
No, you guys are leader, already leader, and because of that, you are leading. Huge position you are holding. You have the ability, because of that you are holding. So I'm sure that people have seen that other leaders have seen something extraordinary inside of you. Because of that, you are holding the position. So I believe that you are a leader. Yeah, definitely. So to be a leader, at the same time, we need to make sure the moral and the every single one, when they created by God, every single one, they look something better for their own family, for their child, even the cruel person in the world, but still want the better things for their own family, for their children. What do you think? Right? That every father, every mother, they want a little bit better things, without few exception. Maybe some of the father, and they kill their own son, or we heard that kind of story as well. We are not talking about the exceptional things, but general, every father, every mother, they want the better things for their children, and they want, even some of the father I know, they are not doing very well, but they want their children, they become very good. Some of the moms, they are maybe involved in prostitution, but they do not want their children to get involved with that. And that kind of moral things, like a leader, a good leader, always want the good things for their people. And they want the improvement of their own people as well. So this leadership development program actually it is helping not only the current situation, but it is helping the future. Leadership is like a light bulb, right? When you're talking about leader, that is a light. And then when you touch the bulb, the heat comes with that, right? If you touch the bulb, there is a heat. And heat, you do not see it, but it is there. So when you become a leader, the vision is your heat, that you can see the future, what is coming, and how I can help my organization or my family or my society or my relatives, other people, that how I can lead them in a better path, in a better way. And I'm sure every single one in this session that you want the better things, and inside of you something that you want to do better in future. Because of that, you are taking this course. You are doing good, but still you are spending the money so that you can learn something from it. At the same time, you can help some other people as well. So it is very, very important that the motivation I put inside into myself, that motivation I want to give it to other people as well. So leadership development, it can bring, and let me see, I cannot actually see myself. A leadership development can bring the awareness of the employee engagement and retention issue and improve the empowerment, empathy, and the transparency, making people feel more connected to the team, organization, the purposes, thus increasing the retention. Retention that I am a part of it, right? And the organization also think about it is a part of it, and he or she is actually giving a lot. And for this reason, organization is ready to take care of the employee as well. When something happened, maybe some of you already have the experience, if something happened to the organization, any employee, a bike accident or the car accident or something, many times maybe policy do not have the policy you need to pay every single things, but I observed many organization or the company, they pay that, hey, you went through the hard time or anything, and they pay some money, or the for the accident also treatment purpose they pay, because they know that this individual is making a huge impact in the team. Without this person, the team is lacking something. So this leadership program or employee retention focus program actually help the bring the empathy, the transparency, how we can connect with each other, at the same time connect with the organization. Well, one of the things one of my boss, he became boss later, but actually when he was my coach, he mentioned to me that, James, be available, not just to work on a Monday to Friday. Call your boss and tell him that, hey, boss, if you need me Saturday or Sunday, just know that I am available. If you just make the call and leave your phone number that weekend, you can call this number, you will see the difference that how the boss actually see. And I actually applied that principle. And many times I saw that that's a little things. I say, hey, boss, if you need me, I'm available. Weekend, you can call me, if you need something. These simple things, it make a huge difference. It actually build the trust as well. And then company owner, they are thinking about, no, I can give this person a job or a bigger responsibility, because in future, he would be able to take care of the organization. Mr. Faisal, he wrote, even just the presence of the good leaders can give a feeling to other team members that they have someone's back behind them in case of any failure. Yeah, that's a very good things. Yeah, that is the things, the retention, that it does not matter some of the things going on, but still the boss will be available to help them. Yeah, that is the very, very good things. Yeah, Faisal sir. Anyone in this group, do you have any kind of experience about this kind of situation, that your boss or team member or the employer did something that when you are in need or trouble, or you did for someone? You did it for someone. Anyone want to share anything? Okay. So it is very, very important that when we become leader, that we also need the mentor. And from the mentor, we know the difference, right, between the coaching and mentoring. Anyone here want to give an example? What is the mentoring and what is the coaching? Coaching is that you directly follow the order. When the coach said do something, you need to do it. Is is important, you do not have much option. But when the mentor tells you something that you can hear many different things, then you choose which one is good for you. That is one way. Is mentoring is learning from other people, their experience. When you talk about some problem, you say, oh, I have this kind of problem. The mentor will say, oh, when this kind of situation happened to me, I did this kind of things. It doesn't mean that you need to do the exact things, but you can take some of the learning from there and apply according to your need. So that is mentoring. And coaching, that you need to follow the instruction of the coach, and you need to do the exactly what he or she is saying to you. So in our life, if we become a very big leader, it is still important that we have a mentor. And without the mentorship, if we do not follow others, the other people is not going to follow us as well. And also collective leadership strategies, that one leader can do many things, but it is good that when they make the decision with the team, the collective leadership strategies, the involving everyone, so that everyone also take the responsibility and accountable for the things that we are planning to do. And also it brings the new ideas, good ideas. And from the many good ideas, the best ideas comes. So because of that, collective leadership strategy is very productive as well. So why the great leadership is vital? They help motivate and grow employees. They move the business forward. They create the loyal customers. They create passionate brand ambassadors. And they inspire the other leaders to be great as well. And anyone? I believe all of you are great as well, and you are going to try to be a little bit better tomorrow than you are today as well, and you're going to inspire other people as well. We do not have time. You know the difference between the leader and leadership development program, and we're gonna give you this whole teaching materials so that you would be able to look at it and apply. The things is necessary for you, you can apply. The things is not necessary, you can take it out. But some of the things, I believe that it is going to help you. So leadership development program, there is a lot of benefit. It improves the bottom line, attract, develop, and retain the talent, drive strategy execution, increase the success in navigating change. All these things is actually help us. Coaching, mentoring, accountability, change management, influence and negotiation, communication, goals and milestones. In these areas, that leadership development program, the element actually help us to improve ourselves, at the same time improve the organization as well. And leadership context is very be aware of the leadership context. It is very important. You need to be an effective strategies. So you need an effective strategy, of course, to ensure everyone is on the same page and working toward the established goals. If everyone is different, then it will be not very successful strategy. So a leader need to make a strategy so that everyone in the same page, and translating the strategy into the vision. The vision the company and the individual or the organization have, they are doing exactly the same thing. So because of a leader bring the people together and achieve that kind of goal, and it is very important because of that. This will ensure that employee go out of their way to deliver the excellence, going to the extra mile to achieve the goals together for the company, for the project, and for the big picture. And today, when we started, Ms. Aisha, she mentioned about the big picture. So we're gonna finish here with the big picture as well. That big picture is thinking about other people, not only thinking about myself, but thinking about the community, thinking about the nation. And that is if we have the end goal, that at the end, the people is going to benefit from my leadership, that is a true leadership. that it is not is going to benefit myself only, but it is going to benefit the society. So anyone have any question? If not, I'm going back to Mr. Mansoor. Are you
Yes.
here?
Yeah, I'm here right now. Thank you very much. And thank you all participants for being here with us right now. And I will share the reading material for you and the link to you for the reflection and to restudy reinforcement of the course. Any question, as if you have any question, you can ask in the group too, and we will be there to answer your queries and your questions. Thank you very much. Now I am ending of this program. So thank you, Brother James, for having such a nice session. So take care. Have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you.